Something I really learnt that was really important is how, like I did say before, how amazing people are, and I know, my work and everything was really, really good. All my friends were really, really a great support and everything, and then I just wanted to talk about, being able to move on. So I think at some point in life we will know someone who will commit suicide, and we have to know how to live to not be affected by these things, happening, and look incredibly hard how to live enriched lives for us and for you and for other important people in your life. I read how it was only natural to feel guilt and feel responsible, feel like you could do the same thing to end the pain, and there's all these different things that we go through emotionally as human beings and everything, and I felt and experienced the whole guilt, feeling responsible, feeling lost and so much pain, but most significantly I would never ever see him again and not experience his presence in my life again. So that's also very hard to deal with, that this person's just gone and you'll never ever ever be in their presence again. So several things that I did to help me get through, and there is much more I will do as well into the future. But I want to share this because I want people to know that it is okay to go on with life, and amazing to be able to identify that we all need to live regardless of going through something so tragic. So several things that I did. I went to a really amazing psychologist. I had 5 visits with her, and that was really good. And I was constantly processing where I wanted to go in my life and what I wanted to do now and what I wanted to do in the future. And yes, it is only natural to look back into the past, but we've got to try and limit the amount of times that we are in the past, and we've got to keep looking forward. And to set up to progress and not regress. I think that's really, really important. So you have to excuse me looking at my paper all the time, but there's some important stuff here that I just want to try and get across. For me to get it into me further and further as I share it with you, but hopefully, some of this stuff might be able to, to help you. I didn't know, I just have to check what I'm saying here. So I went to, a few other things that I thought would help me, and I went to Reiki, and I think it's really great to be able to treat yourself for different things. So also I had massage because, that really helps your body. So you've got to think about your mind, and you've also got to look after your body. So, massaging was really great, but meditating was an extraordinary thing for me to do. I had done it for quite a few years, trying to deal myself with, about attempted suicides and, how I needed to really cope with that, and to try and get centered to myself and make sure that I was having well-being. And meditating is just an extraordinary thing to do. And I often did at the beach and near the water because I love the energy that comes around near water. I love life coaching and motivational speakers, so getting into those are very helpful. I've read books about moving on with your life. I watched as many funny TV shows and movies and everything that I could, and ones that make you feel really good. Yes, some will make you feel sad, but being sad sometimes and emotional isn't such a bad thing, but you've always got to turn it around to look at those fun things and the happy things, and focus on those happy times and where you want to go and how you actually want to feel, because feeling better is better for you than feeling bad. So I listened to music, and I have to be honest, I cried and cried and cried, and I cry even today because I still would love this person to be here with me, but I know in reality that it's never going to happen. So memories are, like he said to me, happy memories are able to be carried forward, and I think that's a really, really good thing. I did visualizations, and I did a particular, I was waking up really early every morning and not being able to go back to sleep. So one morning I did this visualization where I brought his face to me and everything, and I did a proper goodbye, and I said, I'm sorry I didn't hold your hand, I'm sorry I didn't really get to say goodbye, but it was just so incredible, and I felt like, our hands touched together, and it was just so incredible and powerful that also was amazing for me to move forward as well, because I got that opportunity to really feel that was real, and and to say goodbye. I needed and wanted to concentrate on the now and the future, and yes, like I said, it's natural to look back. And the psychologist taught me about living in the moment, and I already knew about living in the moment, but she introduced me to mindfulness. And I think it was actually called Palouse mindfulness, so if you Google that, you'll be able to find lots of information on it. But there's so much information out in the in the world about mindfulness, and so it's about like your body being in the present, and you have to make sure your mind is there as well. So when I think about where I am here at the moment, if I took a second out, I'd be able to hear everything around me. I can hear the waves, I can feel the energy of the waves, I can hear birds, I can see the scenery, I can see my amazing friend here with me helping me do this, and you just taking everything that is around you, and that is being present with now, and that's a really, really amazing thing to do. You see, one of the most extraordinary things in life is loving to live. Love experiencing everything that you can. Say what is on your mind respectfully, forget drama, let go of judgment. So amazing to be able to forgive and forget. You always hear that saying, forgive and forget. The power of forgiving another person or a situation is the most extraordinary thing you'll ever do for yourself. And if you can forgive someone or forgive a situation, oh my God, that is so extraordinary for you. And it has been for me. It is one of the biggest gifts that you can allow yourself, and being present. You have to be present. Yes, you will let people go. People will go out of your life, and that is perfectly fine, because new people will also come in, and you always hold your heart open so you can allow these new amazing people and everything into your life. Wrap yourself up in the most amazing things that you can every day. So I had to stop blaming myself. It's only natural to blame yourself. Blaming is an interesting thing, one thing, it's a complete waste of time in a way, but it's natural. Blaming this person or that person for whatever. If you're going to blame someone, you're not actually taking responsibility for yourself. I was worried about it being my fault, so self-blame was an issue. I was worried about, friends blaming me for his death. I was worried about his family blaming me for his death and all this sort of stuff. And then, I just sort of got to thinking, if people are taking their energy to blame me, well, that's fine. I don't have to know about it. But if they're taking the energy to blame me, they're not actually taking responsibility for themselves. And I knew that if I was going to look at other people to blame, and yes, I did. There's things that I knew probably could have happened different, and I went, I was blaming, then I went, well, I'm wasting energy on doing this because I'm not taking responsibility for me, and this is wasting energy that I should be putting all that energy into my wellness, my well-being, the people around me that I want to be around me, and how to move forward. So don't worry about blame, because we don't even want to really do that. Yes, it's natural. You actually have to keep practicing this over and over and over to know not to do it. And the more you practice not doing it, the easier it becomes. So we just have to take responsibility for us, because we're the only ones really that we can be responsible for. Really, I knew all the reasons that we split and everything, and others didn't really know the truth, and we did, and that's the most important thing. And if anyone wanted to think that it was my fault and everything, and they needed to ask themselves why and focus on them and not others. And like I said, I had to do the same thing for me. My life got a lot better when I remembered to do several things, or many. Thanks for giving me that experience. That's a big one, because I used that also when I was growing up. I knew experiences that I had, I didn't know really how to deal with some of them, and I heard this woman talk one night. It was the woman that wrote The Secret, and she was on Oprah one night, and she said, my life changed when I said, thank you for giving me that experience. So I've tried to thank everything that's happened in my life, thank people for the experiences that they've given me, thanks for experiences. And I knew this wasn't one of the easiest things you could ever deal with, but I've experienced it now, and I give thanks for it. And the other most extraordinary thing is gratitude. Always do an abundance of gratitude. So I had to be honest with what I was thankful and grateful about. I was grateful for him being in my life for 20 years together, the things he taught me. I was grateful for the contribution he made to my life, and mine to his, everything that we had and did together. Grateful for what we grateful for what I have and what I don't have. I'm grateful for my amazing family and my amazing friends. I'm grateful for what I have learnt about me. I'm grateful for the experiences and give thanks for them every day. That can be hard, but it can also be very liberating. It just takes practice.